Hey there, baseball fans, and welcome into the Catch at Las Vegas Ballpark. I'm your host, Matt Neverett, joining you today for our fourth episode of the 2022 season from the Play Studios Club here on the suite level at Las Vegas Ballpark. Now, this may look like a fancy bar at a restaurant or a nightclub that you would see around Las Vegas, but no, we're about 100 feet behind home plate, just that away, behind the playing surface here at Las Vegas Ballpark. It's one of the best spots to watch a baseball game at any level. If you want to watch a game here or have a special event here at the Play Studios Club, check it out at aviatorslv.com or thelvballpark.com. We're coming to you today to recap the 9-game homestand that was one of the most fruitful ones for the Aviators in the history of the franchise. First, a 6-game series sweep of the Sacramento River Cats, the San Francisco Giants' top AAA affiliate, and then a 3-game series, the first 3-game series of the year for the Aviators, as they welcomed in the Round Rock Express for just the 3 games. The Express, the AAA affiliate of the Texas Rangers. It was a really fun homestand from start to finish, featured a lot of fans, a lot of offense, and a lot of really fun contests. The opening game of the 6-game series was kicked off by a Stephen Vogt solo home run in his second at-bat of the night. Vogt playing in his second rehab game with the Aviators, who played as Los Reyes de Plata as part of the Copa de la Diversión Hispanic Heritage Initiative. After Shea Langoliers singled in the 4th inning and swiped second base in his first stolen base attempt of the season, Drew Jackson knocked a double to center to plate Langoliers, at the time making it a 3-2 Sacramento advantage. Billy McKinney had a stellar opening game of the set, including excellent defense in center field, an RBI double in the 8th inning to spark the comeback, and the coup de grace of the night, a game-tying grand slam in the 9th. Russ Langer had the call.
The pitch. High drive in a deep right field. Back goes Dean. It's way back. It's way back. It's a grand slam. And this game is tied in the bottom of the 9th inning.
McKinney finished with 2 extra base hits, a pair of walks, and his late-game heroics sent the game to extras tied at 7. In the 11th, Nick Allen started on second base and boldly stole third to put the game-winning run 90 feet away. After a pair of intentional walks, Dermis Garcia had plans to end the game in just 11 innings. On Pride Night at Las Vegas Ballpark, the Aviators celebrated by wearing special themed jerseys for the occasion and jumped ahead 2-0 early on in the 2nd inning, thanks to a Shea Langoliers double and Vimael Machin scoring from third on a wild pitch. After Sacramento played in a run in their half of the 3rd inning, the teams would exchange hits but not runs all the way up until the 8th. After the River Cats scored in the top of the frame, Vimael Machin led it off in the bottom with an infield single, and with 2 outs, Vince Fernandez came to the plate with a chance to be a hero.
Breaking ball, high drive into center field and deep. Johnson going back. He's at the track. He's at the wall, and it's gone! Vince Fernandez hits one to dead center, and the Aviators take a 4-2 lead with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th inning.
That's play-by-play man Russ Langer with the call. The Fernandez home run was his 4th of the season and gave the Aviators the push they needed to claim their 6th straight victory and remain in first place in the PCL West. Game 3 of 6 against Sacramento featured $2 beer night at Las Vegas Ballpark and a stellar start for Athletics number 21 prospect Adrian Martinez. The Mexican-born right-hander lasted through a season-long 7 innings on the hill and struck out a season-high 8 River Cats hitters to lock up his 2nd win of the year. Martinez was ultra-efficient, throwing more than 15 pitches in an inning only once, and that was in his final frame where he struck out all 3 batters in order. Nick Allen started the Aviators scoring in the 3rd with a leadoff bomb, the shortstop's 2nd home run of the year on a ball that left his bat at exactly 100 miles per hour. Newcomer Jonah Bride was strong at the plate as well with 2 hits and a pair of walks. He was also excellent on defense, but the main scoring for Las Vegas in the game came from Vince Fernandez in the 5th. 1-2 pitch, hit in the air, deep to right center field. Looking up is Bryce Johnson. This one's way out of here. Kiss it goodbye. A Vince Fernandez grand slam, and the Aviators lead 6-4. The Fernandez grand salami was the 2nd go-ahead home run in as many games for Vince, who not only recorded his 5th home run, but extended his team-high hitting streak to 9 games. A pair of late homers from Matt Davidson gave the Aviators all the cushion they would need in an eventual 10-6 final. Davidson clubbed a solo shot in the 7th before driving in 3 more on an 8th inning blast, setting up Jorge Ruiz, who slammed the door in the 9th for his first save of the year. Friday night in Game 4 against Sacramento featured Military Appreciation Night at Las Vegas Ballpark in front of a sellout crowd, and after the River Cats plated a pair of runs in the second inning, the Aviators would respond with a trio of their own in the bottom of the frame on 4 hits, including the first of 4 Nate Mondu knocks on the night and an RBI double from leadoff man Nick Allen. After Mondu doubled to begin the fourth, back-to-back bunts from Christian Lopes and Nick Allen plated 1 of 2 runs in the inning, but the majority of the offense in the 14th come-from-behind win of the season came off the bat of slugging first baseman Matt Davidson. The veteran infielder clubbed a 3-run bomb in the 6th inning and followed it up with a 2-run game-tying home run in the 8th, as Davidson recorded 2 home runs in back-to-back games to give him 6 RBIs on Friday after a 4 RBI output on Thursday night. After the major comeback tied the game in the bottom of the 8th inning, Vimael Machin stepped up with 2 outs and the bases empty in a tie game.
Breaking ball, high drive into deep right center. It's well hit. It's way back. It's gone. Vimael Machin. Adios pelota. 11-10 Las Vegas in the bottom of the 8th inning.
Machin's 3rd home run of the year extended the Aviators' winning streak to 8 games and kept the club in first place in the Pacific Coast League West. After the first 2,000 fans received a free beach towel courtesy of Jaguar Land Rover of Las Vegas on Saturday night, the Aviators jumped ahead to a 3-1 lead early on in the second inning, thanks to a leadoff double by Matt Davidson, followed by a trio of hits off the bats of Vince Fernandez, who extended his hitting streak to 11 games, Vimael Machin, and Austin Allen to bounce Sacramento starter Wei-Jie Huang after just 3 2/3 innings. With 2 on and 2 outs in the home half of the 4th, Dalton Kelly unloaded on a pitch to right field, clubbing his 5th home run of the year to extend the Las Vegas advantage to 6-2. But as Sacramento clawed back into the game, the eventual game-winning hit came from Vimael Machin in the 5th inning. Machin swings to the first pitch, past the diving first baseman Dean into right field. 1 run's going to score. Here comes Davidson around third. Getting the wave is Fernandez. He's going to score without a throw. A base is clearing. 3-run double for Vimael Machin. It's now a 9-2 ball game. It was another day, another win for the Aviators, who claimed their 9th straight win and moved all alone as the best record in the Pacific Coast League. And on Sunday Fun Day at Las Vegas Ballpark, the Aviators were not only gunning for their 10th straight win, but trying to become the first PCL team to clean sweep a 6-game series this year. Las Vegas scored first on a Stephen Vogt double in his last game rehabbing with the Athletics AAA club, and moved ahead 3-0 by the end of the 4th on long balls by Dalton Kelly and Matt Davidson, who took home PCL Player of the Week honors for his 5-home run, 11 RBI series versus the River Cats, the first Aviator to take home Player of the Week honors this year. After Vimael Machin and Nate Mondu traded RBI doubles in the 5th to make it 6-0, Sacramento stormed back with 10 runs over the last 4 innings of the contest. In the midst of the scoring, Mickey McDonald doubled home a pair of runs in the 8th to keep the Aviators close, and Billy McKinney stepped up as a pinch hitter with 2 runners on in the bottom of the 9th inning and the game on the line.
Change up, line to the right. That's a base hit. Into scores Mondu. Here comes Nick Allen. The throw. He slides. He's safe. And the Aviators do it again. And Billy McKinney does it again. The Aviators are flying out of the field to mob Billy McKinney, who was originally in the starting lineup and was scratched, and gets the game-winning hit.
After dropping the first game of 3 against Round Rock by a 9-6 score to snap their 10-game winning streak, Bark at the Park night in Game 2 featured tons of pups, a rejuvenated Aviators lineup, and one of the best pitching performances of the season. Right-hander Adrian Martinez twirled a gem, tossing through 7 scoreless innings on a season-high 106 pitches, while fanning 7 express hitters. The Las Vegas offense was late to the party, however, scoring the game's first run in the bottom of the 6th inning on a Nick Allen double, and it was Sheldon Noisy marking his return to the Aviators lineup in the 7th on a solo home run. Of course, some may remember Noisy's 27-homer, 103 RBI 2019 season for Las Vegas in the inaugural year here at Las Vegas Ballpark. The home side would add a trio of runs in the bottom of the 8th, and it was a doubles parade featuring 4 two-baggers in the frame. It was Shea Langoliers, Vince Fernandez, and Nick Allen all doubling and all coming around to score some very important insurance runs. The double for Fernandez extended his hitting streak to 14 games, which is the longest active streak in the PCL, and the longest by an Aviator since Austin Allen hit safely in 15 games in 2021. Round Rock scored their only 2 runs in the top of the 9th inning and fought the whole way, but Kirby Snead was narrowly able to escape damage in the 33rd win of the year for Las Vegas. And in the final game of the 9-game homestand and the rubber match of the brief 3-game series against Round Rock, it was Austin Allen setting the tone with the first Aviators hit of the night in the second, followed immediately by Dalton Kelly's 7th home run of the year in what turned out to be a record-breaking night offensively. The most prolific scoring inning of the game was in the home half of the third, beginning with a Nate Mondu double, which was followed by back-to-back home runs by Vince Fernandez, who extended his active hitting streak to 15 games with the blast, and Sheldon Noisy, who homered for the second straight game since rejoining the club from Oakland. Austin Allen drove in another pair of runs later in the inning on his second of 3 doubles and 4 hits total on the night in an inning that featured 7 hits, the most of any single inning so far this year. Leading 11-10 entering the 8th, Las Vegas would supplement their lead on singles by Vimael Machin and Shea Langoliers to start, and who else but Austin Allen drove them both around on his 3rd double of the night, becoming the first Vegas batter to double thrice this year. Allen was plated himself on a 2 RBI double for Nick Allen to cap the scoring at 15 runs, the most of any game this season so far for the Aviators. It was Kirby Snead closing the game out on the hill for the second straight night, and a 1-2-3 top of the 9th inning ended the contest, which featured the most runs, hits, and doubles so far this year for the Las Vegas Aviators. Overall, the homestand was one of the most productive in Aviators history, winning 8 out of 9 games in the middle of a 10-game winning streak that was snapped on Wednesday. The Aviators have also won 12 out of their last 13 games, firmly planting themselves in first place in the Pacific Coast League's West Division with an overall record of 34-22 at the time of the publishing of this episode. After a 9-game Texas swing, the Aviators taking on the Sugarland Space Cowboys for 3 before the El Paso Chihuahuas for 6, returning home on June 21st to take on the Albuquerque Isotopes, the AAA affiliate of the Colorado Rockies, in another 6-game series. Tuesday night features Reyes de Plata as a part of our Copa de la Diversión Hispanic Heritage Initiative on June 21st. Wednesday night, as always, Bark in the Park. Be sure to bring your pup out to the yard. On Thursday, $2 beers from 6 to 8. Be sure to check out aviatorslv.com for more details. Friday night against Albuquerque features a tote bag giveaway. It's been a hot commodity this year, so be sure to get here early as the first 2,000 fans will receive the free tote bag presented by our friends at Red Rock. And then on Saturday night, be sure to bring your cape to Las Vegas Ballpark as it's Marvel's Defender of the Diamonds night here with special appearances from some of your favorite action heroes. It's going to be a really fun homestand with the Aviators playing some really good baseball as we enter the month of June. Be sure to check out information on tickets as well as our Play Studios club level at aviatorslv.com and thelvballpark.com. That'll do it for this episode of The Catch at Las Vegas Ballpark. I'm your host, Matt Neverett, saying thank you for tuning in. Be sure to follow the Aviators on social media at AviatorsLV. Throw me a follow while you're at it, at Matt Neverett. That's been The Catch at Las Vegas Ballpark. Thanks for having a catch with us. And as always, let's go Aviators.